Hello. Nice here. Katana 0. The last part, we watched the dragon tape, sort of. This part, it's time for chapter 9, and oh, I get scene select. Alright, let's just go. Tried just rolling up and slashing, but there we are. Even though I totally missed my projectile. Ah, okay. Stay tuned for an important announcement from your employer. It's been a while since I've had a visitor. I'm quite thrilled. This sorry facility was once the testing ground for the Null Project. New Mecha's most promising soldiers and scientists were run through my gauntlet to ascertain their suitability. Let us see how suitable you are. Interesting. Proceed. So, it's actually possible to skip that event, but not recommended if you want the lore. And yeah, we would not be getting shot at here. There are a few other cameras that come up later that you also need to avoid, but it's actually possible to go the whole level without getting sniped at. Might want to slow time and deflect a bullet or something. Okay, he can come up. Noted. Alright. So I got a bit lucky with that deflect. I forgot the plan. But, it worked? Oh, yeah. Huh. He shot before I threw the smoke. Just a little late. Oh, it was like a remote explosive. I had to hit the B button again. Did I blow myself up there, or did they get me? Oh, it's another of those remote bombs. I think that's basically meant to be as a tutorial for that type of bomb. Anyway, let's just wait for one of them to come over there. I should have let the other Whatever, that works. I should have let him walk back over to the right once I stuck it to him. If I wanted the easiest way to do that segment. That's what I meant to do last time. Oh, bit of luck involved there. I'm not sure how holding right and attacking the melee guy resulted in deflecting the bullet. Maybe I was still facing left. But I'll take it. Yeah, very nice of the game to give me the deflect there. Okay, I thought that would knock him back in if I just threw the thing. Oh, I didn't see that person there. So yeah, I might want to roll at the first opportunity. There was some way you could get this smasher to smash. Oh. Oh, that's the direction there. And whenever it's gone a certain distance is when it smashes. I thought it was a smasher control and a conveyor control. Anyway, I don't want to watch that one again. Took a while of kinda nothing. Okay. Oh, there's a turret there. Yeah, if the bullet spread is bad, then one of them had a gun. So I can roll jump off this wall to usually get through without dying, but then I'm kind of stuck up here. Uh-oh. That should have been a roll. Also, I was running out of slowness. I'm also thinking, like, kill this guy and then jump up. Oh, there's a door there. The forward motion associated with the attack makes the platforming I intended to do a little awkward. Still blew myself up, even though I opened the door first. They were ready to shoot again pretty fast. Didn't mean to open the door there, just was moving around to try to avoid the thing. Sniper. There we go. No. I was still in the air, I couldn't roll. got too close. Maybe that's not a good plan. I feel like I had one time where the throw was really good, though. And I'm trying to work out what I did that time. Maybe something like that? Oh, but now that guy's not moving in a useful way. Oh, no, he's coming over. Oh, that turns off those lasers. Oh! We almost had it, and then I messed it up at the end. I do need him to patrol to like be part of the other group of two on the left. All right. Yeah, you gonna come over here? Explosive somewhere? Oh. Yeah. There we are. Oh yeah, I was, yeah, messing around with the sniper. That looks so cool when you just do it. Oh yeah, and then manipulating the guy, waiting for him to walk right. Flipping that switch attracts that guy, that's good to know. Well, not anymore, we beat the level, or beat the segment. There's definitely more to this level. Just accidentally jump down there while I hit down to aim downward, no big deal. Ah, this room. Stay tuned for an important announcement from your employer. This is the final portion of the null test. It has an astronomical failure rate. You have been an entertaining participant thus far. Good luck. Okay. Oh, the green lights are where it's safe. And it somehow, like, defies precognition? Or maybe the green lights only exist because of precognition. Maybe they're not actually part of the scene. But the game just doesn't want you to do all the trial and error that would be necessary. And now we've got timed kill challenges. Stay tuned. Oh, shooting. Tried to reverse course in the air. Huh, so the lasers always start in the opposite of wherever you are. That's nice of them. Oh. Thought they were moving fast enough I could be a little more loose on the timing. Oh, but I think they stop moving when you're under them at all. So you do still need to be the correct distance away. The test is over. You survived. For Alpha Null, the rate of survival is 7%. For Beta Null, the rate of survival is 13%. For Gamma Null, the rate of survival is 100%. Congratulations, prodigal child. Yes, that should work. Is it literally the whole trial gets replayed? No, it's only the end part. Interesting. As a Gamma Null, you were given Chronos from childhood and trained to be New Mecha's ultimate soldier. Your mastery of time and combat has made you a god of the battlefield. You should have won the war. But ultimately, Chronos and the Null Project were failures. I must restart from the beginning. Your existence is in error. You will receive no Chronos. There's nothing left for you here. Go. I have work to do and cannot be disturbed. Goodbye. Couldn't remember if there was something I was supposed to do. You have exceeded the limits of my patience. My work is too important and I cannot be disturbed. To proceed further is to terminate your own existence. Turn on machine? Sure. It has been a while since I have had a visitor. I'm quite thrilled. This sorry facility was once the testing ground for the Null Project. New Mecha's most promising soldiers and scientists were run through my gauntlet to ascertain their suitability. Let us see how suitable you are. Oh, it's a recording of the open cryo chamber? Yes. And we auto-run to the left. Where are you? Why didn't you come in today? You killed an entire police squad last night. Do you understand the jeopardy your erratic behavior is putting us in? What are you doing? Hello! Welcome back. I found something cool today. Wanna see? Sure. Come on, let's go. Right up here. It just goes so far. I wonder what's beyond the mountains. You can't see all the muck and trash up here, just the lights. It's pretty. I want to see it all someday. No. What? We're going somewhere better, somewhere far away. Like the 2nd district? Farther. Okay. Hey, what's that? It's from the war. A medal. Wow, you were in a war? That means you're a hero. You need to clean it though. It's really dirty. I haven't taken it off in 7 years. It reminds me that no matter what I'm doing, I did something good once. What? Why'd you do that? I have other reminders now. Oh, did he throw it? Oh. Can we stay up here for a little bit longer? Yes. I'm pretty sleepy, but I don't want the men in the masks to come back. I won't let anyone hurt you. That was pretty much the only option. You promise? Okay. Judgment. Hey. Hey, wake up. Huh? Were you having a nightmare? It's time to get up. Look, I made breakfast. You're real okay cooking by yourself? Don't worry, I'm fine. I know my way around a kitchen because Dad's usually too busy to cook. Found a couple fish heads and some protein paste and made a soup out of it. Try it. Thank you. So, how is it? It's interesting. Really? You like it? I'm so glad. I thought it was gross. I spit it out right away. There's something else. I'm gonna let you borrow Behemoth for a little bit. Just because you don't have one yet. I don't need him when you're around. If you're ever lonely, Behemoth will keep you company, but you better take good care of him because he's still my best friend. But it's just borrowing. I'll take good care of him. You better. He's my best friend, but you're alright too, so I'm sharing. Well, I know you gotta go now. See you later. Please, come in and take a seat. You're still alive. I was beginning to wonder, not that it matters, because you've gone completely out of control. Failing to kill your target, murdering an entire police squad, dereliction of duty. I'm surprised you even decided to come back. This is your last chance. If you deviate by even the slightest margin from your orders from here on, our relationship will be terminated. You cannot possibly understand how gravely important our work is. This is about Kronos. How do you know about that? I found Leon von... whatever. But, how did you... You were never intended to know about. Tell me the truth now. Yes, of course, but... How did you know about Leon? I received a phone call. I see. Yes. I imagine you do have questions. Who am I? There are no records of your life before Null. You presumably had a normal upbringing and family. Your aggression and psychopathy made you a prime candidate for Null. You were placed as a child in the Gamma Project, the most elite Null unit. You were given Kronos to enhance your abilities and trained to be a super soldier for New Mecha. I don't know much more. What happened to Null? Null performed extremely sensitive and occasionally morally dubious operations during the war, but nobody foresaw the unintended effects of Kronos on the system. As the war ended and Kronos production ceased, most Null died of withdrawal. I will die when Kronos is gone. There's enough left for you. I can assure your safety so long as you remain compliant. Everyone I kill is related to Kronos. Its creators must be silenced forever. Kronos can never be allowed to come back into this world. When they're gone, I'll be killed next. No, you've been largely compliant. Our superiors are pleased with you. You don't care at all about me. Recent circumstances of our mission have placed exceptional strain on our relationship, it's true. But until late, you've been a reliable operative, and I genuinely want the best for you. I'm sorry you feel the way you do. You're lying to me. I'm expendable, just like the people I'm killing. Ah. Whether or not you're killed at the end of our operation is out of my hands. But frankly, you've brought undue stress and frustration to my life. That's all I have to say. Now it's time for your treatment. Now get out of my office. Bunker. Eliminate all or any and all sensitive material currently stored in the safe room of Al-Qasim's bunker, located in the Center for Synergistic Research. Expect heavy resistance, leave no survivors. And Bunker, although it is actually 2 chapters, is the last like level of the game. Just there's a bunker part 1 and a bunker part 2. So yeah, we're nearing the end. And then of course I need to replay a few levels to bring about the bonus boss. But anyway, see ya.